Wait. Before you scroll past this, you need to hear what Dean Ambrose just said about Bronson Reed. This message has literally divided the entire wrestling community. Some fans are calling it the most disrespectful thing ever said in WWE. Others say it's the greatest mind game in professional wrestling history. And I'm telling you right now, what you're about to see will make you question everything you thought you knew about these two competitors. So if you're not subscribed, hit that button because we're about to break down the most explosive post-match situation that WWE refuses to talk about. So last night at Crown Jewel 2025, something absolutely massive happened that nobody saw coming. Roman Reigns walked into that arena as the tribal chief, as the guy who has been dominating everyone in his path. But that victory? That wasn't just a victory, folks. That was a statement. That was Roman Reigns telling the entire world that he's not slowing down, he's not stopping, and honestly, he's just getting started. Now, you'd think that after such a monumental victory, things would settle down, the dust would clear, maybe we'd get some time to process what we just witnessed. But no, that's when things got weird. That's when things got absolutely unhinged. Dean Ambrose, and I want you to pay close attention to this because I'm not exaggerating, decided to cut a promo that sent chills down the spines of millions of fans watching online. This wasn't your typical post-match interview. This wasn't Dean being funny or throwing out random one-liners. This was calculated. This was intentional. And this was directed straight at Bronson Reed. Quick question for the comments below. Do you think Dean Ambrose was trying to start a new feud, or was he trying to protect someone he cares about? Let me know what you think because the internet is split on this one. Here's where it gets interesting. Dean didn't just walk up to Bronson Reed and say something typical like, "Hey, I'm coming for you." No, this man walked to the edge of the ring, looked directly at Bronson Reed, and said something that had the entire commentary team in absolute shock. He said something that made security scramble. He said something that made even the most hardcore wrestling fans question what reality we're living in. The message? It was layered, it was deep, and it was personal. You see, Bronson Reed has been on an absolute tear lately. The man is unstoppable. He's been crushing everyone in his path. He's been dominating in ways that haven't been seen in years. And I think that's exactly what triggered Dean Ambrose. Because here's what most casual fans don't understand. Dean Ambrose doesn't just throw out random messages. Every word he says has purpose. Every sentence has meaning. The way Dean delivered this message wasn't aggressive in a typical sense. It wasn't angry. It was something worse. It was disappointed. It was calculated. It was like a parent looking at their child and saying, "I expected better from you." And that kind of psychological warfare, that's the kind of stuff that gets inside someone's head for weeks. Here's a question for you wrestling fanatics. If Bronson Reed responds to Dean's message, do you think he should do it in the ring, during an interview, or through social media? Because honestly, the method of response is going to tell us so much about what's coming next. Drop your predictions in the comments. Now, let's break down what this actually means for professional wrestling going forward. We're potentially looking at a situation that could change the entire landscape of WWE right now. Roman Reigns just won at Crown Jewel. He's on top of the mountain. He's validated. He's confirmed as the top guy. But here's the thing, and this is what nobody is talking about. Dean Ambrose just inserted himself into something massive by directing that message at Bronson Reed. Why? Why would he do that? There are three possibilities, and I need you to think about this carefully. First, Dean might be trying to establish dominance. He might be trying to remind Bronson Reed that no matter how far he's come, there are still guys in this company who are on another level entirely. That's a power move. Second, Dean could be protecting Roman Reigns indirectly. Maybe he's trying to send a message to Bronson that if he even thinks about going after Roman, there's going to be consequences. That's loyalty in its purest form. Third, this could be the beginning of something we've never seen before. Maybe Dean is building something. Maybe he's creating a narrative that's going to explode in ways we can't even predict right now. The wrestling community is buzzing about this. Forums are on fire. Twitter is going absolutely insane. And here's what's crazy, WWE hasn't even addressed it officially yet. They are letting it breathe. They are letting it build. Because they know that this situation has the potential to be gold. Okay, real talk time. If Dean Ambrose and Bronson Reed end up facing each other at the next major pay-per-view, who do you think walks out with their hand raised? And more importantly, what do you think the storyline implications would be? Sound off below because I'm genuinely curious to see what the Wrestling Zone community thinks about this. What we're witnessing right now is the kind of wrestling storytelling that separates the good eras from the legendary eras. This isn't just about two competitors having a beef. This is about legacy. This is about history. This is about the future of professional wrestling. Dean Ambrose has never been someone to pull punches. Whether he's been known as John Moxley or as the Lunatic Fringe, he's always spoken his mind. He's always been willing to say the things that nobody else will say. But this message was different. This message had weight. This message had purpose. And Bronson Reed? The man is at a crossroads. Does he respond? Does he escalate? Does he try to show that nothing Dean says matters to him? Every single option has consequences. Every single choice moves the needle in a different direction. Roman Reigns is sitting back, probably watching this unfold with a smile on his face. Because while Dean and Bronson are potentially about to go to war with each other, Roman gets to consolidate his power. Roman gets to strengthen his position. Roman gets to be the focal point without even having to do anything. That's the genius of professional wrestling at its finest, folks. Last question, and I want you to really think about this. Do you think WWE is going to turn this into an official storyline, or is this going to stay in the realm of mysterious backstage psychology? Let me know your thoughts, because the answer might determine what happens over the next few months. So here's what I know for certain: something is brewing in WWE. Dean Ambrose just sent a message that's going to reverberate throughout the locker room. Bronson Reed just received a challenge that he can't ignore. And Roman Reigns just got confirmation that he's truly the guy everyone has to acknowledge. This is professional wrestling at its absolute peak. This is storytelling that matters. This is content that's going to haunt both of these competitors until they settle things in that ring. If you're not watching WWE right now, you're missing something special. If you're not following Wrestling Zone 1, you're missing the hottest takes and the deepest analysis of what's actually happening behind the scenes. So please, and I'm asking this genuinely, like this video, share it with your